Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I'm looking at the Kongo, and you're probably looking at the ship I'm looking at right now and thinking that doesn't look very much like a Kongo with that skin. It is indeed a Kongo. This one is the ARP Hei. It was part of a special that they did for the anime Pregio of Blue Steel, which if you haven't seen it, it's pretty bizarre and crazy, and if you're into that sort of thing, watch it. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you some examples. There's the Kongo, ARP Kongo, ARP Haruna, and here's the standard Kongo in the lacquer skin. Very sexy looking beast. I love this skin. I think it's probably the best skin they've done on the range. Okay, but today I'm looking at the ARP Hei for this review, which is identical to the other three ships I just showed you in terms of capabilities. Right, let's have a look. How am I equipping this ship? Okay, I've gone with main armaments modification 1 in slot 1 to keep the turrets alive, and slot 2 damage control system modification 1, -5% to risks of catching fire, -3% to flooding chances, and to handle the crazy vertical dispersion which happens usually beyond shots beyond about 12 kilometers start to get a little bit weird. Aiming system modification 1 brings that into control to a certain extent. But her dispersion beyond 15 kilometers is kind of all over the place. She has a special place in my heart though, because this was one of the very first battleships I played 9 years ago. It was probably my first battleship, so... And okay, strictly speaking, she's a fast battleship, but yeah, she was a lot of fun. I can remember getting very excited about this ship when I first got her. Okay, so what's her concealment like? 14.1 kilometers, maneuverability 31.5 knots with speed flag, rudder shift 14.9 seconds, and a turning circle radius of 770 meters. Her AA defense is barely adequate. I wouldn't even call it adequate. It's just bad. Okay, so don't rely on that too much. And she gets airstrike damage for submarines. One flight with one bomb in the payload at a range of 8 kilometers. So it exists. It exists. Okay, artillery. She gets 4 of these twin turret arrangements with 356mm guns. Maximum range is 21.2 kilometers. The overmatch editor is pretty good, so you will be mostly using AP. If it's a tricky target moving away, you might want to switch to HE. The fire chance on those shells is 25%, ranges are the same. Really not much more to say there. Survivability, she gets 54,100 hit points with this build. Armor layout, okay, exotic is what I would say there. Quite a small superstructure to farm there, so... HE spammers be aware. Deck plating is quite strong, 38mm, which will ensure that most HE rounds will just bounce. 19mm deck armor at the back there, that's a soft spot, and at the front. So, very farmable. Similar story at the back there. Okay, if we take the front and back off, what are we left with? We're left with this very deep citadel. Deep under the water. Then above that, barbette armor. We've got a turtle back of sorts over there of 127mm. If we take the sides off and look at that, you can see this turtle back extends all the way down to the back of the ship. So she is fairly well armored. I'd say she's very hard to pen from the rear, or citadel for sure, if you're moving away. However, there is plenty of soft stuff here, so you will be penetrated and you will take damage. Okay, we put the sides back on. Alright, let's look at the captain build. Okay, bit exotic on this one. I believe she's my Kitakaze girl, and I use her exclusively in... And the name escapes me, and I have no idea why. Where is it? Dyson. I mean, it's a common vacuum cleaner here in the UK, so how the hell could I not remember it's called a Dyson? Anyway, that's a Dyson build right there. which actually works quite well in the Congo, because we do get CVs at our level, and we also get submarines at our level as well, tier 4 or tier 6 equivalents, because of the way the matchmaker works. So tier 6 you're going to get submarines and CVs. At tier 4 you're just going to get CVs. Okay, so we start with preventative maintenance. Then for our second pick we take Brisk. Third pick Adrenaline Rush as usual. Then fourth pick Concealment Expert. That's your first 10 points. Then after that we go to Fire Prevention Expert. And then after that we take Emergency Repair Expert for the extra heal. And then it's up to you what you do with your last 3 points. You could take Basics of Survivability. That would be a good pick, and that would make a slightly tankier than the build I've got here. Or you could spend those 3 points on AA Defense and ASW Expert, which would give you plus 10% to your depth charge damage, plus 10%, plus 15% continuous AA damage, and plus 15% AA shell explosions damage. So a little fluff to your AA, which is fairly useless. So this might actually make you shoot down the occasional plane, which is better than nothing. But more importantly, and the only reason really why I take this pick, is while your AA is going, your ship consumables reload 40% quicker. Minus 40% reduction to the time it takes to get them back. So faster heals. And faster heals means a happier battleship. And you've got 5 heals with this build, so you want those heals. You want to be able to use them all in one playthrough, so pretty useful. And then last pick, Gunfeeder. However, that said, the shell switching clearly. Let's take it for a spin, and I'll talk you through the various odds and sods of the playstyle. Okay, the map's Ring. It's a standard battle. We've got a mix of tier 6 and tier 5. So we do have submarines to contend with, 2 of them, and a CV, the Ranger. Okay. They've got a couple of cruisers, but it's mostly battleship dueling. And let me say I'm not a huge fan of this map, especially in a sniper battleship like the Kongo or ARP Hei or Hei. Hey! But, you know, what can I say? It is what it is. She's kind of an open water long range support ship, really, is kind of how I like to play her. You can use islands to great effect. But she's quite soft. She's got quite a long citadel. So you really don't want to get caught on the broadsides. Okay, Queen Elizabeth is tracking my way. Good. Alright, range is 20 kilometers. Let's see if I can dial these guns in. Okay, our first bit of damage. Torpedo protection hit twice. That's the vertical dispersion messing with me. 2 of those shells clearly didn't go where I intended them to. As for the other 5, well, your guess is as good as mine. Let's try that again. Arizona. I didn't give him enough lead. Okay. Alright. Ricochet off the back.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Obscured target. Okay. Arrival time 9 seconds. Why are you going to be in 9 seconds, sir? I think he's slowing down. I think you're slowing down, aren't you? No, not enough. He's turning out as well. Okay. Slowed down and turned up. Okay, as you can see, the dispersion is a bit wonky. Probably should have used HE there too, to be honest. If you're wondering how to play that shot, use HE. Don't do what I just did. Use high explosive. Oh, hello. Yeah, especially if you've gone with my build, because there's no reason not to. You've got the quick switch of type, so... There's not much north of me. Just a destroyer and a battleship. Most of the enemies seem to be to the east. There's a few ships hanging around mid. Just waiting for those rear turrets to come around. Try there. Those look good. Those look good. And the vertical dispersion. I hit with 5 shells though. At 15 kilometers. Could be been worse. I must admit, I haven't played this ship in a long time. I should play it more, to be honest. I do like the Kongo class. Can we finish her off? Yes, we can. There you go. Okay, good. My captain had a lot to say about that one, didn't she? Alright. Okay, a Koenig with a broken engine. And there's the destroyer. I'm going to switch to HE for him. I mean, if you want a ridiculously tanky battleship at this tier, the Koenig every time. I think I did a review on her as well, so you can check my feed for that. But the Koenig is really tanky. In fact, one wonders, and there are rumors that she doesn't have a citadel. Only joking, she does, but it's a very hard thing to spot in the wild. A very hard thing to spot indeed. So the gate's smoked up, but he's got me lit, so he's not in that smoke anymore. Or maybe this plane, so it'll be the planes. Mind you, 14.1 kilometer detector could be anything. They have a submarine north of me, who could be heading my way. So that's something to be aware of. There's the gate. This look good. Or not. Okay. Try some volley fire. Okay, a hit, a palatable hit. Oh, the first two were terrible, weren't they? Just waiting for my rears to come online. Okay. Got his engine. Just a little island, isn't it? Yeah, I think the carrier's got him now. Or not. Okay, carrier tried to steal my frag. I broke his engine for him, I guess. Teamwork. That's called teamwork, right? Teamwork. Okay. Submarine is here. I thought the sub would show up, unfortunately for me. And this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm hanging... Well, there's two reasons I'm hanging out at the back. One is this ship fits the current meta of sniping at city ranges. But two, and more importantly, and the main reason... In this mode, if they take our cap, they win. So someone has to defend the cap. And I've noticed they've all left it to the carrier to defend the cap. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't trust the carrier to do shit, right? So, I've stayed back to make damn sure the cap is defended adequately. Because if this cap isn't defended, we lose. And they have ships pushing through mid that could be joining this submarine shortly. Let's see if we can... Yeah, okay, we did some damage there. See if I can depth charge his ass. Okay, oh, that's a lot of torpedoes. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Alright. Not that I could have done anything about that. Those depth charges look good? Yeah. Okay. Whew. Got a direct hit with the depth charges and took him out of the equation. So the cap is now safe again. Okay. More torpedoes. And again, I can't do much about that either. So now I have a broken engine. Fun times, fun times.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Decent damage with the HE on the Arizona. I'm quite happy with that. But again, I am basically defending the cap. It looks like they're moving away now. They were going to push cap, and they've changed their minds. Strange game this has been. Okay. Repairs off cooldown. Heal is almost off cooldown. Not that I've got anything to heal, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if we can get the Canaris. Got the AP loaded. Does look good. But the vertical dispersion, your guess is as good as mine. Okay, 4 overpens at 15 kilometers. Not bad. So you can expect at least half your shells to hit at 15 kilometers if you're aiming okay. Beyond 15 kilometers, as you've probably seen, things get interesting. There goes their ranger. Unfortunate. I was hoping to shoot him. Okay, let's try the Arizona again. I'm going to assume that he's turning in towards me. So I'm aiming low to try and hit his citadel. Let's see. 14 kilometers. 5k. Alright. 5 overpens. Yes, the overmatch is real, people. The overmatch is real. Should be able to finish him off. About there. Yep. Looking good. Okay. And that leaves the Russian battleship there. And a submarine. Who will die first? Sub's burning out. I'm aiming for superstructure with my AP because I'm being lazy. I can't be bothered to switch to HE. And we get a Kraken. Okay. There you go. Anyway, not my highest damage game in the Congo. I have done a lot more than that, but it was fun. I got a Kraken. I'm not complaining. It was a fun match. It was a lot of fun. And I really should get this ship out more. She is a lot of fun to play. Yeah, reasonable XP. Unbelievable. Carrier at the top. Good spread of damage. My name's Lone Gun, and if you have enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching.